Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to the Vampire Amazon Challenge in The Sims 4. We are following the reign of Queen Darling Cloudy Snarl, who has recently hosted and emerged victor of the Queendom's first vampiric tournament. In the male faculty, her firstborn son is growing under the care of his father, Barco. The little boy has his mother's brown hair and his father's green eyes, along with a cautious personality. In the female faculty, the Crown Princess is also growing under the care of Lady Shannon. The little girl has her mother's brown hair and her blue-grey eyes, along with a wiggly personality. She's a bit of a handful, especially now that she's joined by Zuleika, but the Queen has full faith that Shannon will handle the children well. Because Darling's attention is now shifting to her second breeding. The Queendom has its crown princess, but a sister for Princess Zara would be very welcome, especially so early in Cloudy Willow's establishment. Having spares in the bloodline might just save them from a future calamity. Really quickly, I wanted to show you guys Prince Zorro in Cass so that we can get a clearer look at him. But he actually has a very nice skin tone between both his parents, which I think is quite cute and is going to give us some much needed diversity. And actually, I love the contrast of his green eyes on the darker skin as well. It actually looks really good, and I'm glad that the twins are kind of preserving the genes of both their parents in some way. Because when we look at his twin sister, Princess Zara, she has decided to go the opposite route completely. I mean, at least she has preserved the hair color and the blue-gray eyes. But guys, this baby is so light-skinned. Like, she's lighter skinned than the Queen. And I don't know, it's literally as though the game was like, oh, you want a dusky skinned royal? Well, not only are we gonna make her as light as her mother. No, we're going to make her lighter than her mother. I'm going to say that probably within, the context of the story, this might be some recessive genes from, who knows, her mother's side. Maybe one of her grandparents had really light skin, and that's why she ended up getting lighter skin than her mother. So I'm keeping it, but she's cute though. She is cute. The Queen has chosen a male for herself from the peasant population and gathered the ladies in court for her second breeding. Everyone can't help but beam with pride at the fertility and growing influence of their monarch. Let's take a look at her chosen breeder in Cass. Arun Brick is of peasant lineage and our third breeder. He dreams of immense riches and has a determined personality. His traits are family-oriented, ambitious, and vegetarian. Arun was a taster for the human king in his banquets and managed to continue his service after the discovery of the vampires for a time, but he was caught drinking animal blood and chased out by the humans. Guided by his bloodline deity, Brick, he gifted the monarch a silver tea set he was given by the human king and won her favor. In terms of genetics, he has black hair and teal eyes. We are in the Queen's chambers. She has been flirting it up with Arun, and they are in kind of a flirty, suggestive conversation. Things are going very quickly because she can already have her first kiss with him, and if you look at their romance bar, it actually hasn't been that long. Like, they haven't been interacting that much, but I suppose the Queen's in a better position than she was with Baco because she was unflirty at that time. She has since then become romantic. Plus, guys, guess what? Arun, as soon as he was kind of being led away by the Queen to her chambers, he got an attractiveness alert. He finds the Queen drop dead gorgeous. He finds her absolutely stunning, and he probably thinks he is the luckiest man alive to be chosen by her to have a royal child with. So things are going very, very well for him. So these guys are gonna chat it up a little bit more. We'll go ahead and let's see. Maybe we'll try holding hands with him. I feel like they'll be able to get things going a lot quicker because he was flirty from the moment he stepped into the door. So everything is going very well for them. Now, for these two, they have the exact same skin tone, so we won't get any sort of skin variation with a child between them, but they have different hair colors and eye colors. If we can breed in some of the black hair and the teal eyes, I think that would actually be pretty amazing. Yeah, I think that would be great. I mean, imagine a princess with black hair and teal eyes. I would be down to see something like that. Let's embrace him. No need to be shy. No need to be shy. Also, in Arun's backstory, he worked in the human kingdom, and so did Victor. Victor was a treasurer, and Arun was the taster at the banquets for the king, so I imagine they do already kind of know each other a little bit, or at least know of each other. So I suppose things are going to be a little bit interesting once Arun returns to the male faculty. Okay, let's go ahead. Maybe tell like a dirty joke. You know, keep things flirtatious. But actually, I should probably be focusing mainly on the romance stuff. Let's just dive in with a kiss. Let's just go ahead and do that. Keep things heated. Keep things as heated as possible. And he gifted the queen a silver tea set, which he was gifted by the king, the human king, while working in the human kingdom. And this is the silver tea set that he gifted her. So that is now next to the chess table. I imagine the queen can take her tea, who knows, her blood tea, while she's playing. In between playing, she can take a few drinks and stuff. Also, I need to get the plasma pack sorted. Someone needs to go visit the llama. I feel like I've been neglecting the llama, which nobody's interacted with the llama since I have gotten it. We need to fix that. I need to do that, but I've been so busy and taken up by like everything else that's been happening in the castle. Okay, we can go ahead, try for a baby with Arun, and see how things go for the two of them. But yeah, this guy is having the absolute time of his life, and I'm really glad we got to see the little babies age up with Princess Zara and Zoro. I was initially thinking of showing you guys them in the last episode because they aged up the episode before, but there was just too much going on in the last one. I figured that I would leave it for this particular episode, so at least we got to see how they look. I cannot believe how different they are. They're very, very different. But I kind of like the diversity. I like that, the variation that we managed to get with both of them. And you know, even though we are wanting, obviously, baby girls for everyone, it would be good for us to have boys too. The vampires might not be too fond of the idea, but it's gonna help daughters like in future generations with the extra influence the lords and the princes are gonna give. Okay, now that they have finished breeding over here, the queen is gonna go do some meditation, guys. She is going to become innately aware that she is successful, and then we will continue with everyone else. Look, Miko's already come over here. Is she dancing or is she challenging someone to a fight? Because they should be waiting for the queen's good announcement. I'll see you guys in a sec. After some meditation, Queen Darling announced to the members of her court that she was with child once more. She knew that the danger she faced in childbirth had increased with her second pregnancy, but recently she was feeling untouchable. There was a resolve in her that the queendom would continue to flourish under her reign for many years to come. We have some hungry vampires. It is time for us to go hunting. Plus, I don't think Lady Lily has ever been on a hunt since she has joined us in the main court, so I definitely want to do that. Let's see, Queen Darling, do we have anyone indoors that you can hunt? Yes, I see someone. Let's come over here. Let's grab ourselves a drink. Plus, drinking is an important part of them getting their vampiric abilities up. So we definitely want to encourage this as much as possible. I sometimes do this off camera just because it can take up episode time I would rather spend elsewhere, but you know, we have occasions where I kind of feel like it might be nice for all of us to see them hunting. Okay, Miko seems to enjoy money and expensive artwork lately. A materialistic lifestyle is luxurious but expensive. Embrace the change. Okay, Miko's becoming a little bit materialistic. Guys, I wonder, because Miko used to be very, very social. I wonder if her becoming distanced from Akira is playing a huge part in her trying to like fill a hole within herself with material things. Oh, that would be so sad. That would be so sad if that is the case. Miko! I'm sorry, Miko. I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. Okay, Let's see. We would have our counselors now drinking. So Miko, she needs to find. Yeah. I mean, normally I go in order, like in terms of the portrait panels down here, just because I don't want to like forget who I'm up to. And the more Sims we end up having in the future, if I go by actual status, we might get confused and miss some people. So I think I'll just go by the panel order over here, obviously starting with the queen. So Lily, she needs to go find someone to hunt. This is going to be an exciting time for her. Let's come on inside. Her first hunt that she's participating in. This is like what she would have been looking at when she was at the female faculty, you know, her mouth watering at the thought of sinking her teeth into these beautiful necks. And now she can do that. She can do that. She's privy to this. I imagine that anyone outside the main court probably has to get their, you know, blood fix from either hunting creatures around the castle, maybe the plasma fruits, who knows. They probably have their blood supply kind of rationed in a way. These ladies, the acolytes, they're reserved for the main court. Okay, and then Akira, let's find you someone. Do we have anyone inside? Well, not inside, but we have some ladies out here in the wing. The attached wing where we have the pool. Stop singing, let's go, grab some food. And then we have two more ladies, but yeah, Akira, I haven't actually seen her interact with, we have upkeep costs, which is what I call my bills, because bills feel too modern of a term to use. The queen is gonna do that in a second. Akira is gonna grab herself a drink. Miko. Okay, we have a lady walking over here. Let's go to her. Yeah, I haven't seen Miko and Akira really converse with each other or interact with each other much, and that makes me really, really sad for Miko. And I feel like now, I know a bunch of you guys were, you know, really telling Miko or encouraging her to step up her game a little bit, solidify things with Akira before someone else got in the way. And that's kind of exactly what has happened. Billy has more or less gotten in the way. Okay. No one else downstairs? I don't think so. We should have someone up here, maybe. Nope. Not in the tournament room or the battle room. We have someone all the way upstairs. Okay, let's come here. You grab yourself a drink, and then I need to actually send someone. Probably Akira. I might send Akira. Or should I send... I mean, if I am to think about status, I know I keep getting Akira to do stuff. Even when we had Akira and Anaya, I mean, technically, it doesn't really matter because they're the lower members of court. It really doesn't matter. But maybe we'll send Lily out, because Lily is, status-wise, she is one of the lower members of court like Akira, but her status is kind of below Akira. Like, Akira would have a bit more respect. They're the same status, but she would have a bit more respect because she's older than Lily. So I think Lily would be sent out to look after the llama. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I literally got a notification that, where is it? The llama was very mad at us. I don't know where the notification is. I got one that the llama was oh, there we go. Was threatening to run away on us. So let's clean the shed. Call over the llama. We can upgrade? Oh wow. Okay. But yeah, let's come over here. I need to investigate some of those upgrades. We need to clean the shed, call over... Actually, can we have someone clean the shed and someone else call over the llama? Because I'm going to do that. I'm going to get Lily to actually clean the shed. I'm going to get Akira to call the llama and interact with the llama a little bit. And I did say that once we start getting some wool from the llama, I will convert those. Oh, what's happening here? I will convert those for plasma packs. Also, we did manage to get a bunch of harvests, which I think Akira has. Yeah, she's keeping the 24 plasma fruit she currently has right now. So she could eat that if she wanted. But you come here. Let's let's socialize with the llama. Now, Billy is materialistic as well, but I think for Billy, it's not so much about loneliness. I reckon she's just enjoying her life and the privilege of her life. Ooh, and she got that while she was in the birth chamber. You know what? I wonder if Billy is looking at this and she kind of loves the status and the closeness she has with the queen and everything in court, but I think she wants a more kind of tangible sense that she is successful. She wants a daughter of her own, I think. That's why she's looking at these bassinets. I think so. Okay, Kira, are you... Wait, you need to actually, I think, help the... Not give treat, but you need to actually... Can we? Like, how do we clean the llama? Do you have to clean the shed to... No, why is the llama running away? Do you have to clean the shed to clean the llama? I'm not entirely sure, but I want you to interact with the llama a little bit more, please. Please. Let's try and pet the white llama, and we're gonna hug the white llama. We're gonna ask what the llama's doing in the countryside. The llama was brought over by Lady Shannon. That's what the llama's doing in the countryside. Also, one of you lovelies, I completely missed this, but you said apparently in the episode where Anaya died, you saw from the corner of your eye Lady Lily talking with Anaya before she died. And you have a theory that maybe Lady Lily, wanting to make an opportunity to enter the main court, maybe tricked Anaya into going into the sun, and then Anaya died. Like, I would not be surprised if Lily did have a hand in that. But how cunning is she? As soon as she's come in, she's managed to really befriend everyone. And, I mean, that's kind of been swept under the rug. She's not going to be held accountable for that. But also, I feel like being able to have the wits to survive the vampire court is something that maybe it's not really spoken about among the vampiresses, but it's something that's understood, that this is a cutthroat sort of world. Also, it seems as though someone has been already planting some things in the planters here, which is kind of cute. We have verdant mushrooms already someone has planted. We have a rose that someone apparently wants to plant along with some soybeans. That's actually kind of cute. I didn't think anyone would use that, but I kind of love that they do. And I like the idea that maybe Shannon was the one who's already kind of started growing things, some of the things that she was interested in. I love that. And I don't think we can get any wool from the llama just yet. It would be nice if they helped take care of the llama, but you know, this is a job for our ladies. Why don't you put this in your inventory? It's disgusting, I realize, but you can throw it. We actually have a bin in the kitchens we can throw. Also, I'm kind of wondering if we can put like the plasma fruit that Akira has in the fridge. Can I do that? I don't think I can, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't think I can, because I was gonna say it would kind of be nice for us to be able to store like fruits and stuff in the fridge, and then we can make some of the like plasma fruit salads and all that, which I don't think she knows just yet. I think those are probably some recipes that they're gonna have to learn from the vampiric books before they start making them. Oh well, that's fine. At least we managed to get our hunting done. We managed to look after the llama. Hopefully the llama is not mad at us. Oh, but I'll come back in a bit, guys, when we have maybe some whims to work on. Okay, we have some whims to go through for our ladies, and I've noticed some interesting things among the court, which we might get into. I think it's going to give us a good idea of where maybe their thoughts are headed in relation to each other. So Billy, she wants to share some ideas. So who does she have the closest relationship with? I think this is going to be very telling, to be honest. The whims they have right now, yeah, it is going to be very, very telling in terms of how the social structure has changed over the past couple of episodes. So she has a 42 relationship with Miko. She has a 58 with Queen Darling. She has a 71 with Lily. And she has a 74 with Akira. Guys, it used to be Billy and Queen Darling all the time. And then it used to be Miko and Akira. Oh, how things have changed. Now Billy is the closest to Akira. So she is going to head over to Akira and she is going to share her ideas. Share her brilliant ideas with Akira. Yeah. Isn't that wild? I was not expecting this at all. I suppose in the past episode or so, I've been getting an idea, but when we started off, I had no clue that this is the direction their friendships would take. Now, the thing with Akira and Billy, I have not seen on either front any sort of romance between the two of them. I think, at least so far, it is purely a platonic thing. But obviously, their friendship has started overriding any sort of romance that Akira and Miko had with one another. It's like it's canceling that out. There's no space for Miko between Billy and Akira as things stand right now. So, okay, Billy's gonna go on up. She's gonna share some ideas. It's like, it's so natural for them to just be around each other, be with each other, seek each other out. It's like their minds connect in a way that no one else can understand. And I don't know, there's nothing underhanded about it either. It was kind of an innocent thing that started, and this is where it's at right now. And Billy, maybe, you know how not too long ago we saw that Billy was actually in the birth chamber looking at the bassinets, maybe thinking of expanding her own bloodline, wanting something tangible. The fact that Akira has just had a baby and had a baby girl too would be kind of another factor of commonality between the two of them. Or Akira now has something that Billy aspires towards, so she's got even more to discuss with Akira than she would with any other member of court. Yes, the queen's had a daughter, but the queen is royalty. Akira's nobility, just like Billy. So, okay, we're gonna complete this. And then we have Miko. Miko, look at Miko! Miko's going up to actually chat with Akira, and she wants to do something romantic. She has a 48 with the queen, a 29 with Lily, a 63 with Akira, and a 42 with Billy. Guys, every time Miko sees Akira and Billy together, she kind of backs off, but she's going to seek Akira once more, and this time around, she wants to do something romantic. Maybe Miko realizes that she is falling behind because she keeps stepping aside, and maybe she shouldn't step aside anymore. Maybe she should kind of approach Akira and see how things go. Let's see, I think she's gonna try and compliment Akira's appearance. She's gonna try something in the way of conversation to see how this goes, to see if maybe Akira is gonna be receptive, whether or not Akira is gonna kind of let her save face in front of Billy. And I think Miko wants some sort of indication about where she stands. She wants to know, did anything, I don't think anything happened. And look, Akira walked away. Guys, I don't know how to interpret this. How do I interpret this? Akira was sitting here having a fine conversation with Billy. Miko comes up. Miko tries to enter the conversation and flirt with Akira because she wants a response that's going to tell her, is Akira done with me? Or is Akira still close to me but just really good friends with Billy? Instead of responding to her, Akira just got up and went downstairs. She didn't want to have this sort of conversation in front of these two. She did not want to be put on the spot. Oh, Miko. I think Miko is going to follow up with Akira. She's going to go chase Akira, and she is going to try to compliment her appearance. Hold up, Akira. I was trying to say something to you. Look, even Billy stuck around to talk with Miko. I wonder if it's because Billy is feeling smug. Because Akira always seeks her out, but as soon as Miko seeks Akira out, she walks away. Okay, I wonder, maybe Akira was feeling guilty, or she figured that it was too awkward the way she walked away, so she came back to maybe apologize to Miko or to see what Miko wanted to talk about. Okay, well, it seems as though she took that pretty well. I think maybe she left because she was put on the spot and she wasn't quite sure how to react. She didn't want to, do this in front of everyone. But then she changed her mind. She came back upstairs and she decided to be casual about it. So she took the compliment appearance from Miko, but there is no romantic bar that's kind of happened with them. I think she's just downplaying it because I honestly don't know what's going through Akira's mind. I feel like she doesn't have anyone else aside from Miko that she has a romantic inclination with. But why would... I don't know. And she knows that Billy doesn't have, at least we haven't gotten any sort of indication that Billy has a romantic inclination towards her either. But maybe because she knows they are political rivals, it's just awkward to kind of display anything in front of anyone because she's really close to Billy. So maybe in Akira's mind, if she suddenly gets flirtatious with Miko in front of Billy, it's like she is taking the side of Billy's rival, and right now Billy has become, I think, Akira's closest friend. Okay, well, I am gonna count this as complete, and things are continuing to get interesting with Akira, because Akira wants to stargaze with Lady Miko. So I think Akira has been in the background thinking a lot about Miko, and she, I think at this point, is quite clear on the fact that Billy is a platonic friendship and Miko is a romantic friendship. And she wants to have some alone time and really talk to Miko. And the fact that Miko's been trying to reach out to her right now, I think maybe proves to her that yes, that's exactly what needs to be done for the two of them. So she is most probably going to excuse herself from Billy and she's going to ask to stargaze with Miko. Hopefully, it is 11 p.m. Hopefully they can get some alone time with each other. Yep. I think Miko's gonna really appreciate that. Billy's gonna kind of let them go off. But yeah, I think Miko's really gonna appreciate the fact that Akira was the one who kind of asked her to go watch the stars. And the thing is that Akira already had it in her mind that she wanted to be alone with Miko and stargaze with her, but then when Miko suddenly approached her and decided to be flirtatious, she wasn't sure how to react because she probably wasn't going to ask Miko in front of Billy. Again, nothing because, not because it's romantic or anything, but because she knows that they're political rivals and she doesn't want either one of her friends to feel as though she's taking their enemy's side almost, She's trying to balance the relationship she has with both of them. But I think Akira is quite clear in her own mind that Miko is different from Billy. I don't know if she's going to be able to balance her relationship with Miko and her friendship with Billy, especially if Miko and Billy never resolve their rivalry within themselves. Akira is going to keep getting tugged in one direction or another. Okay, I don't even know if they had any sort of conversation. They wanted some alone time. Guys, they kind of was lying on the grass, looking at the stars. I don't feel like they talked much. I think Akira had a lot that she wanted to say, but the entire time they were walking down here, everything that I was saying was probably playing in her mind, about picking sides. And maybe Miko was expecting Akira to say something because Akira is the one who asked her to go stargaze. And she waited, and she waited, and Akira did not say anything, and I think Miko, I was gonna say Makira, geez, they have a ship name already. But no, I think Miko got upset at the fact that Akira wasn't saying anything, and she decided to kind of get up and walk away. Guys, I don't know if they're gonna be able to overcome the struggles that they are going through right now. Okay, on to Lily. Lily needs to take a flippin' bath. Woman, you need to take a bath. This is not cool. This is disgusting at this point. Go take a shower, please. No, don't challenge with a sword. Go take a shower. This is not the state in which our court ladies should be in. Thank you very much. Go and take a shower. And she wants to be friendly with Lady Akira. How is her relationship with Akira? It's okay. She is friends with Akira already. The only one she's not friends with is Miko. I think, you know what? Lily was up here in the ballroom, right? From the ballroom, you kind of have like a good view of the grounds, specifically the section of the grounds where Akira and Miko were stargazing, and she kind of witnessed them over there lying in the grass, and then Miko suddenly walking away. And I kind of see Lily as a very opportunistic busybody, so I imagine she wants to go talk to Akira because she is still kind of new, trying to figure out the kind of standing everyone has with each other. She's trying to work out what the situation is in court, so I feel like she would want to approach Akira for that reason. She would kind of, oh, and now they're sword fighting. Wait, we saw Miko walk back out. Do you guys reckon like Miko was frustrated, she walked away, and then she came back around, walked up to Akira and said, fine, you don't want to talk, then let's fight. So they're sword fighting. They're trying to get their frustrations about not being able to speak to each other out, because remember, in the beginning they used to be able to talk to each other about everything, like all their insecurities, everything going through their head. They were each other's closest friend, and now it's like so difficult for them to say anything to each other. But Lily, you need to come here and be friendly with Akira. Let's brood about being a vampire. But she looks so mad all the time, doesn't she? She looks evil, I'm not gonna lie. Lily looks like she's always scheming, doesn't she? At least to me, she looks like she's always scheming. But she's gonna go out, she's gonna see them sword fighting with each other. They're like locked in a very, very intense exchange right now. And she is going to take Akira aside, because it's not like she's close enough to ask Miko what's going on. She's probably gonna ask Akira what's going on. Oh my goodness. Miko is being like really, really savage. Okay. And then she runs away because Lily has come in. They had a fight. Miko ran away. Lily is talking to Akira, trying to figure out what's going on. And I think Akira would try and maintain some of her privacy and say, oh, nothing really, like, there's nothing for you to be worried about. Like, we're fine. We were just training. It's okay. Lily obviously knows that's not the case. She has enough brains to put that together. But Akira, I don't think, is going to divulge, like, all her secrets and problems to Lily. At least not just yet. Meanwhile, Queen Darling wants to freshen up in the mirror. Let's actually come into your chambers and freshen up. Now this makes her feel flirty. I mean, she is feeling, I think, really, really good about herself. She has a second pregnancy underway. She also was, I think, very, very aware of the fact that the newest breeder was like head over heels for her. So she's feeling really good about herself. She's been feeling invincible. She was victor at the tournament. Everything in her reign is going like excellent. Everything is going to plan. And she has a really good relationship with all of her court ladies. She feels really good about herself, guys. And I'm actually really happy that our Generation 1 queen, not entirely planned. I mean, we have goals, but our goals don't always end up coming to fruition. But I am glad that our Generation 1 queen is actually being this successful. It's always fun when the first monarch is like the best example of that legacy, and then all the future queens basically can look to their ancestor for what like an exemplary vampire is like. But okay, so she did freshen up, so I'm going to complete this. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I am going to... Oh, did I let you guys know when she's due? She is due on Thursday at 11 a.m. So that's when we're going to have the baby shower. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.